Raiders of the Lost Ark, wonderful movie with Harrison Ford. It's another example of a movie that has an antibiotic story in it. But it's not what you expect at all, because if you know the plot, you're thinking, antibiotic story? Where? Well, let me tell you. I want to take you to the scene in the middle of the movie. We've had this great chase scene through Cairo. We come to this marketplace, and Indiana's hot in pursuit of the basket that has his girlfriend in it and got to get her back. And he comes around the corner and there's this huge swordsman. What you're really expecting to have happen is a duel between Indiana and the swordsman. But what happens is not a duel. I still remember my total delight at that because it was so unexpected. You know, really, we're looking for a duel. No, a gun? You just kind of jumped out of your seat. Well, it turns out that actually that isn't what was in the script. That equally surprised were the movie makers. They too had had in mind a grand duel. Well, how did this come about? So in a real life twist, the whole movie crew was in the middle of the desert doing this filming. And Harrison Ford gets dysentery. He gets we don't exactly know what he has, but he had some sort of a gastrointestinal illness that made him very, very sick. And if you look in the movie at that scene and look closely at Harrison Ford, he actually looks pretty sick. And so according to the stuntman Terry Richards, who has a little story that he tells about this online, there's some materials, look below for the links. Ford and Spielberg were talking and they agreed to sort of reduce it to one thing. And Ford came up with the idea, says, I'll just shoot the sucker. And that's how we get this scene, this totally iconic, completely memorable, bam, scene in the middle of the movie.
Please sit down before you fall down.
The antibiotics made it possible to have the movie. The dysentery, of course, drove us to having the new scene, but the antibiotics made it possible for them to finish the movie. And I'm glad that they did. So next time you see the scene, you'll have a different appreciation for what was going on in that 1930s Cairo marketplace as he was hot on the trail of his girlfriend, Marianne.